Hello there!
We're back.
Welcome to ROXcast. The ROXcast, a bi-weekly podcast brought to you by ROX TV.
Does bi-weekly podcast mean every 2 weeks? Because that I was going to say we've been lazy and not done it 2 weeks. Oh no, sorry, you haven't done it weekly. Sorry.
Yeah, well, we're doing it 2 weeks now. I've just put a label on it.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Made
official
a
now.
decision. We don't need to talk about things. It's ready. We're done. My name's Andy.
And I am Will,
Welcome
or Will I am?
to see what you did there.
Because I am Will.
And there's also
A Will I am. Black
of
Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas notoriety and the voice.
Crazy.
And he does that thing where he's like, "Oh, cool. All right." That was my cool impression.
All right. No, I can't.
No, we're not gonna insult Will I Am right now by trying to do.
No, I said the word and I was like, no, too dangerous.
We're not gonna go there. This is the ROXcast. We are here to talk all things music. Maybe not all things, but a good chunk of things music, as well as introduce you to some local bands to the West Midlands scene. We've got an exciting lineup for you today. Some bits and pieces, some guys we know, as well as some new and introducing music that we want to share with you guys. And we're really excited about it.
Yes.
We hope you are too. This is going to be that part of the podcast.
We're going to do the whole podcast like this.
AMSR.
I like your garden. What do you have in your garden?
A garden? What are we talking about?
I swear, there was a garden podcast where they used to. That's how they used to talk.
Just
It's like Lees
plant your tomatoes
and rosemary
in autumn, so they are ready to spring in spring.
and grow. I've started to a little bit sound like David Attenborough.
Yeah, it started to be like, oh no.
The penguins.
Now you sound like Voldemort. No, okay, right. So, we are here to talk about a few different things. We're going to be talking about festivals today, as well as some other stuff.
Did you know that well, obviously you do know, being a musician, but did you know that we've had Download?
Yeah, we're full on in the swing
Glastonbury
of festival season. Download's gone, Glastonbury's gone.
We've had Godiva. Oh no, yeah, we have had a Godiva.
Godiva's gone.
Coventry Festival for you all that don't know.
Stuff. All kinds of stuff coming up. I've actually prepared some notes so we can discuss things. This is what I prepared.
Right, why did you prepare? What is this?
I say prepared.
What is
All
this?
I did was get some festival dates and their lineups so we can talk about them. What I do want to talk about, though, is just a little fun tidbit.
Okay.
Because we went to Reading and Leeds Festival. We didn't go to Reading and Leeds. We went to the Reading and Leeds Festival, specifically the Reading Festival.
2014.
2014. Hashtag blessed. Sorry. And we had a pretty incredible lineup. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
The thing is about Reading is that you want to be able to go and be busy in the day. A lot of people are dependent on.
Well, I think that's the thing in festivals as well. You've got your headliners, you've got your three mains.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like depending on the headliners a lot.
You go for your headliners, but you've also got to be able to fill out your day
for sure.
So obviously, people who camp there, people who are the hardcore, staying in those. Well, you can call them tents. I call them public lavatories. Because the way some people live at festivals is just you need Jesus in your life.
You Glastonbury guys, you know exactly.
Anyone who's been to Glastonbury, I know just.
Yeah, I know. We know exactly what you're
We've seen the pictures, and y'all need Jesus. So we went to Reading Leeds Festival 2014. I have the lineup in front of me. So on the Friday, 22nd. We had Queens.
Wait, is this a 2014 lineup?
This is our lineup that we've got. Yeah, so just a brief breakdown of the headliners we have in 2014. Let us know if you went to 2014 as well, because it'd be cool to talk about things.
That will be awesome.
As we do. Okay, so we had Queens of the Stone, dual headliner on the Friday, Queens of the Stone Age and Paramore. Now, from what I remember, I don't think we stayed for the Queens of the Stone Age set. I've never really listened to them too much.
I think as well, because it was like the first night, we were kind of like...
Well, yeah, it was our first ever festival, like proper festival.
Yeah.
So we'd gone down, did we stay on the Thursday? We'd gone down the night before, I think. I can't remember. So we'd set up the tent, long, arduous day. I'm pretty sure it was raining at some point as well. So we got in and we decided, like true rock and roll stars we are, to call it an early night. Now, there's no such thing as early night at a festival because there's always someone in the tent somewhere going, Alan! Alan!
Steve!
Alan! Steve!
Steve!
Jeff! And various other hijinks going on. Love it. It's fantastic atmosphere. Great. Just bring it down just a touch. I'm such an old man.
I like my sleep, though.
I like my sleep, man. I just need my sleep. But anyway, so we went to see so in the daytime on the main stage, we've got people like Def Havana, Jimmy Eat World, which I remember being good, Vampire Weekend, and Shikari. On some of the other stages, what was then the Enemy stage, got Cortinas, Warpaint, Twin Atlantic. I remember going to see them. We also went to see Gerard Way because he was doing good old lead singer of My Chem.
He's too busy doing Netflix shows now. But
He is. I mean, it's a good Netflix show.
it is good. I'm not insulting it by any means. It is good, but...
Umbrella Academy.
Come on, though. Do MCR. Come
Absolutely.
on, man.
Just
Stop,
bring it
stop.
back. Just bring it back. So we went to see them in the day. There's a few other people going around. Jimmy Eat World did a set of the lockup. What I like looking through, though, is looking back in the day at people who weren't particularly big at the time they did this. So people starting out like on the Festival Republic stage, but now you kind of go, whoa, how are they? Like they've really blown up. So for example, Festival Republic stage, not the biggest stage at Reading,
No.
or Leeds, big stage, and everyone who's played it has done a really good job. But right in, what we do have is some pretty famous names. So we have Catfish and the Bottlemen, who were in like early daytime on the Festival Republic stage. They sell out tours now quite quickly. Yeah. So we've also got Hosier, again, Festival Republic stage. Not a big stage at all.
I'm pretty sure Hosier was like brand new.
Like his big album, that whole Take Me to Church album, broke after this, and that's when he blew up. Everyone knows that song at the very least. So we've got quite a few kind of unknown at the time names that were going on here, and I just love that. I love that there's names that are now household names that back in the day you saw at like 2:30 in the afternoon on a tiny little stage.
Yeah, you don't really think of these big names actually developing. You kind of think that, you kind of assume that they come from nowhere.
Well, yeah, they just kind of go, oh, the blow up. Now, the big one that I want to talk about. Well, actually, let's get through the lineup that we had at our festival in 2014. So again, we're in full festival swing. Reading and Leeds Festival 2014. So Queen of Stone Age and Paramore. Paramore was sick, and for one reason that I remember it is because they had technical difficulties pretty much throughout the whole set.
It's still on YouTube.
The PA, the front of house PA, just died. Cut out. There was and you can tell it, like Paramore, Hayley Williams is still jumping about. All the other band members are still going, yeah, this is sick, because they're obviously still getting in ear fit. Excuse me. But you can tell, and definitely watch the clip on YouTube because it's quite funny to watch. You can see that they just kind of, they're still going for it, but they can hear the crowd going like, what's going on? Boo. Stop what you're doing, we can't hear you. And they're all kind of going, we're still going to jump around, but we're also confused. So what? Yeah. Something's going wrong. And then so they obviously realise what's going on. Some showrunner comes on and goes, sorry, Miss Williams, but the front of house, the PA has died. This doesn't happen very often. We're very sorry. And Hayley Williams goes, God damn it! She doesn't. But you can tell there's a whole... but then she comes out, and she comes out with the guitarist and acoustic guitar, and she sits down and she does this really awesome rendition of The Only Exception.
Yeah, they sat down on the stage. I think it was just the three. I think there were three.
There were three at the time.
I think they were, weren't they? And they just came out and it was awesome. It was actually awesome.
Really cool experience. So that was probably definitely one of the highlights of when we went. So again, we had people like Enter Shikari. They just dropped a new album at that point as well, I think. So they were...
Yeah, I think they did...
Jimmy Eat World was awesome, just hearing the middle live.
What's that song that goes... So sweet, Sugar on the asphalt. Like I can't remember the title, but that went off live. Everyone forgets they know that song.
Yeah, until it comes up.
It was like on Burnout 3 or something.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's like, yo, what tune? It was great. It was awesome.
So yeah, that was the Friday lineup. That was a pretty cool lineup. And then Arctic Monkeys. So
I didn't see Arctic Monkeys.
I didn't see Arctic Monkeys either because we got there, and I'm all for a lot of people being in a crowd, but my gosh, there were so many people there. Like, to the point where it was like a little bit scary. Like when it is, because I remember being there, and I was pretty close to the front when they came on, because everyone does that thing where if you want to go see the headliner, you've got to see the support act before, which in this case was Jake Bugg. You also had people like Imagine Dragons, Pulled Apart by Horses, Foster the People. They were all there in the day.
Here's the thing, though, like a BBC, especially on like the TV coverage, BBC are very good at making it look like super busy. But it's strange that you said that you was really busy on obviously it would be on Arctic Monkeys, but on Paramore we were quite close to the front, and obviously it looked really busy because they're the headliners. Well, but you had room to breathe.
Absolutely. There was moon to.
It was quite cool.
Arctic Monkeys was a completely different story. I remember being absolutely like almost inside the person in front of me.
I mean, that's getting like intimate. Yeah, but cool.
So like everyone was very close, and everyone's doing that thing where there's a big sway. And it's a little bit scary because it's like that. It's horrible.
I hate that. If you're out there starting that, we hate you, man.
If you're starting a sway, you are everything that's wrong with the world.
Correct.
Not really. Leave us a like and subscribe. So obviously you do what you want at a festival. It's a festival. You paid your money.
Yeah.
You do you, boo. But what we have is the little old me who's like, I'm really enjoying my first... Because I've been taken off to the left about 1.5 miles. And then you just get... when I've been brought back the other way. And it's scary. So I stayed for, I think, like half the set, and then we did that rock and roll thing where I went, yep, bedtime now. At like 11:30 at night, because rock and roll. I definitely don't think we experienced everything we could at Reading Festival.
There's silent discos that we didn't go to.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things that we just didn't really experience. But again, first one, you can't really be mad at us. But then the Sunday comes along, and you kind of go, ooh, Sunday. Sunday comes along, and the headliner, Blink 182.
Wait, no, stop.
Yeah, so this is the thing.
Stop. What did you just say?
Blink 182.
Incorrect. This is the thing, guys. You can't just make it up. Like, this is what the band says. It's Blink 182.
Yeah, Blink 182. That's what I said.
You said Blink 182.
I mean, we can rewind, but we won't do that. Anyway.
He did say Blink 182, though.
Blink 182. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. So, Blink 182 on the Sunday headlining. And what we actually found out was that was their last ever show. That's right. Their last show as the original lineup.
It might not have been, but as far as I know it, like...
Last ever show of Blink 182.
That was
the
the last
founders of pop punk.
That was the last time that Tom DeLonge was
in there. Now he's off like building spaceships and doing...
Well...
He's building spaceships and making...
If you've been keeping up with current affairs, Tom DeLonge... Tom said, I think it was in an interview or it's on a podcast or something, where he was like, I'm ready to join the band again. Like, it's going to happen.
A band or the band?
The band.
As in Blink 182.
Yeah. And then like Travis, like before, like, do you remember when that happened before? And Travis was like, what you want about? Yeah. Like now Travis kind of acknowledged it. It was kind of like, cool, all right. Mark is doing stuff all the time. He's doing stuff with the all-time low guys. Yeah. With that simple creatures thing. So he ain't been saying anything on it. No. It's weird. It's a weird situation. Anyway, carry on.
But yeah, so they were on the night and that kicked off. That was like an epic show.
We were way at the back
supported
as well.
by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. That was a bit of a strange one. But I remember we were watching the 1975, weren't we? But I can't remember.
Who weren't even close to headlining, by the way.
They weren't even close to headlining. So they were on the NME stage and they were supporting Disclosure.
Which is still a big stage.
It's a massive thing. And again, everyone... But this is the thing. So, again, going back to that point of little names... big names playing little stages. Obviously, in their early days. So obviously, I expect it. This isn't me going, big names should play big stages all the time, because obviously that's not how things work. But it's interesting to look back and go, oh man, they played this and we didn't even know who they were then. So you look at the same stage on the Sunday that 1975 were the support act to Disclosure, which is all good. They had people like Maverick Sabre, thank you.
Spell it out.
Use your words. They had the Kooks. I mean, by 2014, the Kooks have had their heyday. But the Kooks, they did a good set, didn't they? Like, from what I remember. I remember to go and see them. But right in the middle of the day, you've got a little band there called Clean Bandit. Now, Clean Bandit, obviously everyone knows now, doing songs like with Jess Glynn, Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus? I'm pretty sure they did a song with Miley Cyrus.
Sure.
Demi Lovato, some really big names, and there they are, just playing at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the NME stage, 2014.
Crazy.
But speaking of that, so we've gone through our lineup. I wanna hit the rewind button.
It's a good sound effect, actually.
Did that?
Mine, Gary. Sorry, that's an inside reference.
Yeah, so I want to cast our mind back to the sunny days of 2011.
So not only 3 years prior.
3 years before we went to Reading, 8 years ago as of this recording, 2019. Back in the day, let me set the scene. It's summer. I think like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's out. You're 1v1ing on Rust, doing all them
I miss Rust.
360 no scopes.
I miss
You've
Rust.
got a can of Diet Coke and more Monster.
Vimto.
Yeah, you've got your can of Vimto bubbling away at the side. You've got a packet of Wotsits.
Bad for you.
It's not good. But cast your mind back. Your friend's knocking on your door going, do you want to go on your bike? And you're going, no. 1v1 on Rust. Just an insight to my childhood there, ladies and gents. But what we have is back in the day. So this was...
Yo, they've got We Are the Ocean on there. Yeah, so they're not even a band now.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got Reading and Leeds Festival 2011. So you've got headliners, and so this is back in the day. So we've got My Chemical Romance. Again, they're not really a thing anymore. Rumoured to be coming back though, but we'll talk about that later. We've got 30 Seconds to Mars. They don't really do much anymore, but because...
Jared Leto's being Jared Leto.
Yeah, he's just going off being the Joker and all that kind of stuff.
I don't think he is anymore.
Bring With Horizon are in the daytime on that. Architects are right at the beginning of the day on the Friday. Saturday, you've got The Strokes, Pulp, Jimmy Eat World.
Sorry to interrupt you, but to be fair, that first day is...
It's live. So Architects are Blackout, Newfound Glory, Bring With Horizon, Rise Against, The Offspring.
Oh, come on. Why don't you just go get a job?
We're so good. So yeah, on the Saturday, The Strokes, Pulp, Jimmy Eat World, Madness, Two Door Cinema Club, all in the daytime. On the Sunday evening, you got Muse, Elbow, Interpol, Friendly Fires, and Shikari again, Frank Turner, We Are the Ocean. So there's plenty of good bands back in the day. Reading Leeds.
Only 3 years before.
Only 3 years before we went to see them, and 9 years ago today.
But where's the little guys at?
I want to bring in some little tiny names, some guys that you might have heard of now. So there's a guy playing on the Sunday.
This is way down the
This is way down the list, way down the list, like towards the bottom. So the Festival Republic stage, which again, if I'm not wrong, in 2011 is a tiny little stage. So we've got people on the Saturday. So we've got the horror. On the Friday we've got the Horrors and Digitalism. I'm going to be honest, not heard of them. We've got Midnight Beast.
Midnight Beast. I do, yeah.
I do remember the Midnight Beast.
Do you remember the TV show they had?
I believe the Stefan. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he wrote a song for Selena Gomez. You know.
No, I could not tell you.
I think so.
That's.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So Midnight Beast. So this is gonna blow people away. On the Sunday, Peter Doherty. Now I don't know if that's Pete Doherty as in the Libertines fame.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I can't remember, but he looks like he was doing some like solo stuff. But we've also got, so right down the list, so in the little bit where they've just put all the names together. We've got people like Foster the People again, Twin Atlantic, who were on the main stage in 2014 when we went to see them.
Yeah.
But just supporting, there's this little name, and we will put this up again for the YouTube videos. We will put this.
I like that. No, I like that. Go with that. The YouTube
vidas. Supporting this Peter Doherty is a man called Viva Brother, but right next to him is a guy, and you might have heard of him. Drop a link in the drop a like in the comments and stuff if you have. A little guy called Ed Sheeran.
I don't know that guy.
No, never heard of him in my life, and he's definitely not done anything since.
No, I think he quit cold turkey.
Ed Sheeran, Ed the Ginger Man Sheeran, Gingerbread Man,
Gingerbread Man Sheeran.
That's what they call him.
There's some sick marketing there that hasn't been capitalised on.
Ed, if you need a PR guy, just hit me up.
We'll do your Gingerbread Man.
We've got such a big following already. Episode 2, guys.
Come on.
Ed Sheeran's an avid watcher. Probably. Ed Sheeran. So Ed Sheeran, as in number 1 albums coming out of his ears, more money than sense, and he's this tiny little name. 2011, and I'm pretty sure that he kind of broke not long after that. So, like his first single, like proper hit the charts. Not really too much like.
It's got to be about 2012.
So I remember him kind of breaking out. So bear in mind, 2012, I was in second year of uni. So his debut album, Plus, pronounced Plus, was released that September. So for 2011. So everyone knows the A-Team song that kind of broke him and kind of put him out there. Like, let's not forget that Ed Sheeran's last album, Divide.
Divided or Divide? I think it is.
Yeah, so it debuted number 1, and I think it was that that one where like the whole chart was just that album. Yeah. He managed to cap like at least the top 7 songs all simultaneously. Pretty much the biggest thing since Sliced Bread is Ed Sheeran, and he's here back in 2011. Not even on like the main stage or anything like. And I just think that's so cool to kind of look at. Crazy, because there's other things like that you can go, and you should definitely do it yourself. Like go back through your favorite festival and just see. Normally 9 times out of 10 on their website they've got their old lineups, and they've got their the festival release dates. And you can normally see there's just these massive names that are really just kind of broken through the mold and stuff, but they're all like tiny little stage supporting people who we don't even hear of now. This same year, 2011, we've got The Streets. Panic at the Disco aren't even like head of...
they're on the NME stage.
They're on the NME stage and they're not even like headlining. What's going on?
Speaking of festivals, I remember when I was like a kid... and I watched live. I'm pretty sure it was at Reading and Leeds. Actually, I was watching Limp Bizkit do break stuff, and it looked like people died. It looked like people died at the show. Like it was just so crazy. But in recent news,
breaking news brought to you by.
This is somewhat breaking news. In Paris, I think it was only about 2 or 3 days ago. They played a new song. Now
they're writing stuff again.
Limp Bizkit haven't probably played anything new for about, I can imagine it's getting on about 4 or 5 years.
It's getting on. We are getting on a long time.
Oh, so like, and now as well they're writing. Well, I assume they're writing a new album. They're starting to write cohesively. So before they were doing. Like someone would like one of the members of the band would send Fred Durst like an instrumental, and he would just kind of do his thing on that. But they're writing together, which is kind of cool. I'm very looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting.
Listen, like if it's good enough to put on the gym playlist, if I can listen,
it needs to be.
If
hype.
it gets me angry,
it needs to be hype.
And in fact, if it gets me back in the gym. That's going to be doing stuff that no one's been managed to do for a while.
Let's be realistic. It's not going to be a ballad. Well, let's be realistic.
They might have come along and changed the game completely.
New direction.
They might just... One Direction. They might just come along and go, yep, we are now we're going to do ballad rap. Probably not going to...
No, I don't think so.
I don't think anyone should do ballad rap.
I I want to get into more of this festival talk because I'm feeling the vibe in a minute, but I just got to talk about this one band who have caught my eye recently. They're so sick. They're called Led by Lanterns, and we're going to be playing their song Alive in just a second, but they're so cool, man. They've kind of got like this rocky, like broco vibe about them.
Cool.
And I'm really, really like stoked that we can get to play them. So this is Led by Lanterns Alive. Check it out.
time's gone, and I've been living like I'm high and dry. I never thought that I could be so wrong. I'm just another ticking time bomb. I think I'm gonna blow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Better. Just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody,
We're back again.
We were singing.
A song.
If you know the name of that song,
Jump it in the comments below. But like I said, I wanted to talk to you about this more festival stuff. What do you think? Okay, this is going to cause some controversy.
Here we go again.
Miley Cyrus at Glastonbury this year. Awesome set, by the way. Very, very.
Well, so
you know where I'm going, don't you? She covered Metallica and 9 Inch Nails. Is it cringy or is it awesome?
Now, in my opinion, and it's very much in my opinion, if there's two things you shouldn't really be mixing, it's Miley Cyrus and Metallica. Well,
here's the thing, like, it was good. She's got a good voice.
Oh yeah, she's.
So it didn't sound bad. I just don't know. I've seen a lot of celebrities jump on the metal hype a lot. We've seen the famous I'm going to say it's Kendall, but it could be Kylie. One of the Jenners wearing a Slayer shirt.
Yeah, but is it one of those things where like Kendall / Kylie Jenner is wearing a...
No, this is...
Because she bought it and it looked...
This is kind of what I'm worried about.
Is it that whole band t-shirt hype thing that's going on as a fashion trend rather than a supporting technique?
I'm a little bit worried that that's kind of what it's turning into, but in their live shows. I think that, don't get me wrong, I think Miley Cyrus did a good job, and I think it sounded great, and she sounds great, and she's very talented. I can't really deny that. I just don't know, like, because here's the thing: it's Glastonbury. It's not exactly a metal festival.
No,
so there's no promotional.
Yeah,
there's not
but
trying to get new fans there.
That's true, but at the same time, you look at the history of Glastonbury, and when you do see your metal headliners, Metallica have headlined that festival more than times than I can count. Muse have been there, not exactly metal, but definitely on the more kind of rock side. But then you've also got people. Kanye West has headlined, Miley Cyrus, Kylie Minogue was there this year in the Legends.
That's sick.
So, and apparently her set was absolutely live.
That would have been so sick.
If she was wearing the shorts, I'm down.
I can't express my emotions more than that. I'll be in trouble.
At the end of the day, I think that at the end, you're going to come in and do a set. So you choose that set, do what you want. And Miley Cyrus, if she's done a good job, she's done a good job. People who jump on the whole, oh, you're not a real fan, why are you doing...
This is the thing. She's like, you know, it wasn't exactly a metal lineup. There wasn't going to be a hell of a lot of Metallica fans there. I mean, maybe there was, I don't know, but it didn't seem like a bit of like a money grab. It kind of just seemed like, you know what? Screw it. I want to do a Metallica and Nine Inch Nails covers.
Yeah.
Like, I think she is very much that person to kind of just do it on a whim, and you know,
actually perfectly within a right to do it. Like there's a lot of people that jump on the whole, oh, it should only be sung like, and Queen have got this reputation in it, and I do say that no one obviously does it like Queen. If you're going to do a Queen song, you've got to be doing it good. At the end of the day, it's probably better just to not touch it, because if you can't live up to the hype, you just shouldn't bother. But with people like Metallica, whose songs have been covered, not so much Nine Inch Nails, but Metallica especially, whose songs have been covered over and over again by good musicians, bad musicians, and all those in between, Miley Cyrus is completely entitled to do that as well.
Correct. I think so.
The song that she did, you know, was it?
I don't know. I
haven't actually seen the footage myself.
I haven't seen the footage myself. I just saw, I know that
I've seen the kickoff.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen a very much like divide thing about it, because this is the thing. Like some metal fans, are kind of going like, lay off. It's cool, and then they're like it's like a 50-50 split. It's like the Game of Thrones ending. Well, now it's not so much 50-50.
We're not talking about the Game of Thrones.
Maybe it's not.
I refuse.
Maybe it's not so much 50-50 split now, but
I refuse to give the Game of Thrones ending any more airtime than it deserves.
Correct.
Which is 0. What are you doing, HBO? You're better than this. We're here to support you.
It was so good.
We don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
We're here to talk about music. If you want to talk about Game of Thrones, you need to give us the money for more podcasts.
It might be a good idea.
Just give us more money.
So, yeah, it might be a good. That's what I'm saying. It might be a good idea to give us some money.
Just give us all of it.
We might be a good investment.
Might be.
Probably not.
Probably not.
He's definitely not a good investment.
If you consider investment feeding me,
good investment.
It's not going to work. I can already see that they're not into it. No. But it's fine. We can make it work. But yeah, so it's the same thing as Queen. If you're not going to do it well, you shouldn't do it. But and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, obviously. And this is the problem. Well, not a problem with music, but it's one of the good things about music is that everyone has got an opinion and everyone has their taste. If it's not for you, fine. If it is, all the better. It doesn't give you the right to dictate what other people like. And in my opinion, if you don't like it,
don't do it.
Just shut up. Don't like it. You're perfectly entitled to express your opinion, but don't hate on the people that do like it. At the end of the day, it's their prerogative as well.
You've been told, son. You heard it here first. We're gonna. If you're complaining about music,
let me have your complaints. Write your complaints in. I'll answer all right now. I'm listening. You hear that sound?
What? What?
So you hear that sound? It's all the cares I give.
Oh! I mean, that wasn't that good.
But like and subscribe.
They're gonna fight you now.
I'm gonna get mobbed in the streets by all my fans. So yeah, there's a few points there. All in all, though, Glastonbury is a bit of a controversial thing anyway, in terms of a festival. And no festival is really free of it, but there's the drug culture there is a thing that is really perforated through Glastonbury, especially. I mean, you hear it all the time, how someone took a bad pill or someone had a bad trip, and you just have to be really careful out there. So what we'll say is that we are in the full swing of festival season, and everyone's entitled to a good time and party the way you want to party, but you got to be safe. You got to be knowing what's going on. You got to be with people that you trust, and you got to be in an environment that you are able to control. And drugs completely strip you of a lot of those things. So we got to be dead careful with watching drinks, ladies especially. You got to be careful with what you're picking up, putting down.
There's a lot of bad stuff out there.
A lot of bad stuff. Also, a lot of great times to be had. There's so much good stuff. You see some of the pictures at Glastonbury, and like,
it's the I love like things like the mud at Download, man. Like they think that I like that people are making like a good time out of like inconveniences.
There's one video where I've seen like just so many people doing the caterpillar just through the mud, and it's just
actually at one time when we went Reading, there was literally I'm not even kidding you, like we were sat there like having a drink, whatever, getting some food, and we were watching, I think it was Cage of the Elephant, I think, or somebody like that. Yeah. I think somebody like that. No, pulled apart by horses. Yeah. Sorry, I knew it was an animal. And we were just kind of watching it, kind of not really like just enjoying the sun or whatever. And all of a sudden, these two dudes just get up and start like, I'm not even kidding, like genuine WWE wrestling, not like fighting, not like a fist fight, like proper RKOs. Like, do you remember? Like, we were just kind of, they were doing like flips and stuff, and we were kind of like, they're not part of the festival. It wasn't like a show. They just got up and were like, you know what? Like, I'm feeling Stone Cold Austin right now. That's it. Like,
Randy
it was
Orton.
Sick though. Like, for some reason, I was just so entertained by it. So yeah, there's plenty of good times to have, but you have got to be careful.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, man. This is going off music topic very, very slightly, and it's kind of against our purpose.
We're deviating.
Yeah.
We're deviating.
But very quickly, have you seen that WWE is lifting their PG rating?
I mean, in the list of things that interest me,
guys, come on.
WWE isn't there.
We're gonna see like proper.
Isn't The Rock back? Didn't that happen?
It did happen at one point.
Didn't Stone Cold Steve Austin come back at one point?
He did come back at one point.
They all
come back at one. I think he's like the manager now.
Didn't The Undertaker die?
I don't think he's. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he's dead. He's
out of the loop.
Oh no, he is retired.
The thing I remember the most about wrestling, correct, is
sound it out.
is the CD of wrestling tunes that you had. The alarm clock / stereo that we had, and we both had to get up for a paper round back in the day, and it would just start spinning up, and suddenly booyaka booyaka 619 would just start blasting.
Let me just paint you a picture, right? So it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, like both of us we're like 14 to 18, like don't want to get up or anything, and you just hear like silence, like we're just about to get up, and you just hear
John Cena kicks the door down, and he's like, "Yeah, get up, that's not." I felt like that's what would happen, but that's the thing. I only know all these like Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio and all these.
Chris Jericho's in a band now.
What?
He's in a rock band.
See how we did that? See how we brought it full circle
music,
again?
Yeah.
Chris Jericho's in a rock band.
And
are they good?
I think so. I haven't listened to them. I don't even know the name of the band, so that's my bad.
Okay.
But they do well. They do well. They do shows over here quite a lot too.
Really?
In the UK, yeah.
Does it coincide with WrestleMania?
No.
Oh, you'd think you'd know, like,
You'd think you'd...
two birds, one stone there, wouldn't you?
No.
Not quite.
Speaking of local Birmingham shows, we've got another band to plug.
Yeah, so this is a band called Yikes. Local, born and bred.
They are local.
They've had a few shows knocking about, and we're going to shamelessly plug them now because we like them.
They've got a show at the Asylum, I think, where they're doing a video shoot as well, which I think is quite clever. I quite like that idea.
We should all go and make it absolutely hype for them.
Yeah, I think I
What a
want
good
to go
idea.
in like an alligator like costume or something.
Just in and out.
I want to stand out. If I'm
the costume.
If I'm going to be in a music video, I'm going to stand out.
Forget a costume, an alligator.
To bring a
Just
live
bring
alligator.
a crocodile or an alligator.
I don't think I want to do that. If I want it, and I want it on a leash.
We're talking about some gangster,
what I want.
gangster now. Yeah, so this is a band called Yikes, and this is their song, Uncanny Valley.
that was a really cool tune. I really like that band. They're like very much like kind of up and coming as well. They're doing quite well.
Quite a Yumi 6 kind of vibe about them.
Yumi 6 kind of swingy, kind of cool. Like I don't know. It's very rocky. I like it. It's like it's good old fashioned rock. And so
good local bands. That's what you come here for. That's what we deliver.
Hell yes.
Gosh darn it, do we deliver?
You're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it.
If you want it, you're gonna get it.
They can clip so much about this. They can just make a gif of you just going, "You're gonna get it," and don't do that.
I want my own gif on Instagram stories. All right. Well, this is the sad part now.
This is where we have to go.
Goodbye. What's that from?
I don't know what it's
Is that so long, farewell. It is. So long, farewell. I'm ready to say goodbye.
The Sound of Music.
It's Sound of Music, thank you. Yes. It's the Sound of Music. Oh, God. All right. Well, you've heard the Sound of Music here today.
Hey, you brought it back full circle. Look at you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the ROXcast.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
We'll be back.
We hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We've certainly enjoyed the journey. We are going to be bringing this to you every other week. Every other week.
You said week a lot. Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
We won't be here next week.
On a Friday.
But we'll be there next week.
On a Friday. Might be the morning, might be the afternoon. Depends if I want to lie in.
Yeah.
Some of us work hard. Not me, but some of us.
Not me either. But some of us do work hard.
Some of us work hard.
We're being generous by letting you have a lie-in.
Yes, that's it. So
or maybe not. Maybe get up.
Maybe
like John Cena.
Jake? John Cena. Not Jake.
Cena.
Jake Cena, his younger, less attractive brother, says get up. No, we're going to be your alarm clock. We're going to be the guys that go, get up. We're not, because we're going to be coming at you every 2 weeks on a Friday afternoon or a Friday morning. Haven't decided yet. Depends on how quick I am at editing. Not very. Still learning the breaks. Depending on all the stuff, we're going to be talking absolute rubbish about music every 2 weeks, every Friday. So please hit us up on Spotify, hit us up on iTunes, your 2 favourite and major podcast services. Hit us up on YouTube /RoxTV. Head to the podcast. See some of our other content. We've also just put a YouTube video up of a lyric challenge, and it's an interesting one because
he didn't wear the wig. You didn't wear the wig.
Oh my God, I forgot to wear the wig.
You didn't wear it. He got away with it, man. If you don't know what we're talking about, go ahead, click where... Can we put a thing in here?
Yeah, I'll put a link in.
Click this video here and see why he should have been wearing a pink wig. He didn't, though.
Okay, I'm going to make a promise to everyone now. I solemnly swear that...
He's up to no good.
Next
time you'll be wearing a wig.
I will be wearing a bright pink wig. I'm very sorry for not doing it today.
It's itchy. I can understand why you avoided it, to be fair.
Yeah. So, thanks very much for tuning in, guys. We have been the ROXcast. My name is Andy.
I'm Will.
And it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.